Audio Jungle.
Consideration. When one promise is made in return for another, this is the normal transaction we make every day. Hello, miss.
Hello. Yes, what may I help you?
Can you give me 1 mineral water?
Hot or cold?
I want cold.
Cold one.
Yes.
Okay. Let me. Here. RM1 only.
Oh, RM1. No problem. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. Executed consideration. At the end of the month, I get salary as my work as a teacher. This is a past consideration. I do the job first without any payment.
Hey Hamka, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Actually, I feel like washing your car.
Oh, that really nice of you.
Oh, thank you.
Hamka, please take this money.
Oh, I think I don't need it.
Please take it. Please.
Yes, thank you. Yes, may I help you?
Ladies, my mother has died a few weeks ago, but before she died, she left me a property. So, as her daughter, I want to claim my right.
No, you cannot.
But why?
This is not a valid contract because you are only her adopted children.
This is so unfair.
This is the condition when the daughter want to claim her right, but the contract is void because she is not in relation with her mother. Did you win the case?
Yes, I win the case. My neighbor, a few weeks ago, he lost his job due to some conditions. So he didn't have any money to support his family. So I gave him a sum of money to help him. And he promised to me that he will pay back.
I promise I will pay you back next time.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
But until now, he didn't pay anything to me. So I bring this case to the court and I win it because he as a promiser was legally compellable to do.
Hello, can I talk to Rashidah?
Yes, I am Rashidah. Who are you and what do you want?
I'm from binti. Miss, you need to pay your loan that you owed 10 years ago, around 40,000 ringgit.
What? 10 years? Do you know that the contract is valid within 6 years? After the 6th year, the contract is not valid anymore? Unless I write the letter and sign it and send it to you to make a new agreement, then I should pay the loan.
This situation where the PTPN officer asked the student to pay the loan. However, the student refused to pay it because the agreement is already expired. So the student don't have any obligation to pay the debt anymore.
Hey sister, where is my money? I want my money. You already promised to me to pay my anything every year.
Hey, I don't have to pay your money because you provide no consideration for the promise.
Hey, what you guys all out? What you fighting for? What you fighting
Mother,
for? What?
sister don't want to pay me anything.
Why you pay her money? I already give you a piece of land as consideration for our agreement. See, you already signed here.
This is the consideration not need move from the permissive, which the mother become the third party for the contract.
Hey, I just get a good result. So I went to go to the PTN office to discuss about my bill.
Come in.
Hello.
Yes, can I help you?
Yes. I have students, so I just get a good result. So I want to discuss about my bill.
Oh, let me see the result. Wow, you get the good result. With this result, you can get 10% discount.
Oh, really?
Yes,
So it means that I just only pay 90%?
yes, correct.
What car do you want for your project?
Okay, for my project, I think I want to buy all of this land. So how much should I pay you for all this land?
Actually, this land is cost about 100k.
Oh,
But
okay.
for you, I will give 50k only.
Seriously, are you really about this?
Yes. Do you agree with that price?
Oh, if you're okay with this price, okay, I agree with you.
Okay, deal then.
Okay, deal.
So these are the Starry Company and Jaya Company that show an example of an intention to the business agreement that be bounded by the law.
Yes, sir. This is the proposal that I talked about last night.
Let me see. Oh, interesting. I already read this proposal. I agree with you and I will join your plan.
Okay, since you agree, in the contract, you can sign it.
Yes.
After marriage, my husband and I bought a house under a joint name, Eklam. After 6 months, I saw my husband cheat on me with another woman.
Then I decided to separate with him, and he promised to pay 500 ringgit per month. Promised to transfer the house under my name. But the husband break the promise, and I bring the contract to claim my right, and I win the case.
Secondary consideration is when one permissee is made in return for another. Based on the sense 1, a man who make a transaction to buy mineral water, he need to offer 1 ringgit for 1 bottle of mineral water. This is the most basic consideration that we perform every day. Then, for the executed consideration, a man who working as a teacher want to get his salary after a month working. This is happen when a permissee is made in return for the performance of an act. And lastly is the past consideration, where a promise is made subsequent to an in return for an act that has already been performed. For example, from sense 1, a man is washing his friend's car without any agreement. After that, the owner of the car willing to pay him because she satisfied with her work, with the work. Under section 2D, consideration not need move from the permissive. For the example from sense 5, the situation is when a sister refused to pay annuity to her little sister. The mother show an agreement to them that she already transferred a piece of land to her daughter. The mother acts as a third party in the contract.
Consideration exception in section 26, an agreement made on account of natural love and affection between parties standing in near relation to each other and registered. In scene 2, the daughter want to claim her right, but the contract is void because she is not a blood ties relation with her mother. In scene 9, there are intention to create a legal relation under a social, family or domestic agreement. The husband and the wife bought the house under a joint name. Then they decided to separate, and then the husband promised to transfer the name of the house, but the husband break the promise. The court held that the wife win the case because their intention to create a legal relation.
Consideration exception under section 26, an agreement to compensate a person who did an act which the promisor legally compellable to do. In instance 3, the husband had lost his job, so he did not have any money to support his family. Then the neighbor give him a sum of money so that he can support his family. And then the husband promised to the neighbor to pay it later. But until now, the husband did not pay anything and he broke the promise. The neighbor bring this case to the court, and the court held said this agreement did not to have consideration because the promisor was legally compellable to do. Under section 64, waiver of performance, payment of a smaller sum in discharge of a larger sum. In scene 6, the student just got a good result and she went to the PTPTN office to discuss about her loan. PTPTN officer said to her that she got reduction of 10% discount of the actual amount of the total loan. In scene 8, intention to be bounded by the law of business agreement. We can see that the Bestari company and the Jaya company made an agreement to build a shopping mall, and in their agreement there's a term said that they have an intention to be bounded by the law, and that agreement can bring to the court.
See, in scene 4, the situation is where the PTPTN officer asked the student to pay a statute back debt. However, the student refused to pay it because the agreement already expired. Okay, under element consideration, both parties should provide a consideration to become a valid contract. However, in this case, the student refused to pay the consideration because there is an exception under element consideration, which stated that section 26 stated that the student released from the agreement to pay a statute back debt unless the student willing to sign a new contract with the PTPTN officer to pay her loan. Next is in scene 7. It is related to the adequacy of the consideration. Consideration need not to be adequate as long as it is freely given. Okay, in scene 7, it shows that the landlord sold a piece of land to the customer for 50k. Although the price for the price market for those land almost reached 100k, because she willing to put those price as a consideration, and both parties agree with that price, so this is count as a valid consideration.
I'm from PTPTN. Miss, you day.
This situation is where PTPTN officer asked the student to pay the
So these are Bestari company and Jaya company